gotta put blocking for our cabinets in. But I've cut 14.5 blocks for everyone. 34.5 is for the lowers so that we can plug into the lowers. 34.5 and down, right?
Oh, okay.
Down.
I was thinking this was this and that.
Yeah, no,
So,
yeah,
okay,
I changed that.
Okay,
Good questions.
The first one is going to go 54 inches here.
1, 2,
3.
Ideal!
Hey, you got to touch here. Good luck. Bang, baby.
Today we are doing some blocking, and for those who don't know, blocking is essentially putting in wood beams that essentially say, hey, I can hold up stuff. And specifically the things that we're blocking for are our cabinetry units that'll be coming in after we have everything else set up with the drywall. And so right now we're just cutting blocks down to the size of about 14.5, some a little bit less to just fit in between our centers, to just sit there and essentially just wait until we're ready to use them.
But these are the blocks that like the cabinets will actually be suspended from, right?
Yeah, so once we put in the drywall and once we paint it, mud it, texture it, not it specifically in that order, we'll come through, install all of our cabinetry units, and obviously for the taller ones, you can't just screw those into the drywall. Otherwise, that's just a recipe for disaster because they'll fall down, break, and all that fun stuff. So these blockings are crucial. Especially crucial because of the fact that the cabinetry is what really ties this house together. You can't have a kitchen without proper cabinetry. You can't have proper cabinetry without the blocking. Get part of the wood now.
You went in from the sides right here, but this one you went in from the top, correct?
Yep.
Any difference?
A little bit. So it only really matters if this is completely level with this right here. If you do it through the front of it, the nails have a chance to stick out. Once you put your drywall up, those nails can dig into it. And so ultimately it's up to the installer, but I just like doing it this way more so because of the fact that you don't have to worry about that later on. It's a little bit tougher to get the nail gun in there or a hammer and nail, but it's worth it all in the end. Gonna have to cut that one down. So all the blocking varies from different sizes. It's according to the distance between our 2x4s right here. Our average one is about 14.5. But since we're going to the corners, they're a little bit smaller, so this one I have to shave down a little bit. Sometimes it's annoying because if you don't cut it correctly, there's either a gap in the 2x4 or it doesn't quite fit right snug in there. And obviously you want it as snug as possible. Well, not too snug, but snug enough to the point where once you nail it in, there's no chance of that giving way over time.
This is a great example of a snug piece right here.
Sort of. It's got a little bit of a gap to it, but that's good enough. If you can't move it with your hand just by jiggling it, that's a good sign. So this one matches that test. Cleaning out the notch. Now this is my favorite part, figuring out if your cut's good enough. Oh, you gotta shave off a little bit more on the side. Almost there. hard to get a blade of a specific inch to go through. We do have our oscillating tools, but that'll just like burn through the wood rather than actually cut it. So using the chisel in this situation is a little bit nicer. It gives you a little bit more cleaner of a little edge, and it can be a little bit more precise since you're using it by hand. Give it nice little compliments, and then you slap it with a hammer and it comes into place. I guess that works.
More precise than I've ever been.
Go. On the
How much
lines.
of the house is going to be blocked?
Pretty much half of it. All the way from where the blocking starts right here to where my partner Junior just stepped away from. So right at these two outlets right here. This is our kitchen unit, so it's gonna have pretty much everything that a kitchen comes with. The dining area and also the kitchen. So the cabinetry, the ones that we got are really nice. I really like the gloss look that they have to them. So when they are finally put in, this is gonna look really good.
So we need one right there too?
Just finishing up the notching. We're at one of the last small corners, so I'm just trying to get a blocking down to size. This one looks like it'll work, so let's grab a nail gun and a ladder and get it up there.
There's your nail and ladder, buddy.
Thank you.
Safe.
Now this will be fun because this one's right off in the corner, so we have to be careful on nailing this one in. I usually am right-handed, but in this situation you have to go a little bit. You have to be creative and just fit that nail gun in whichever angle that you can, and unfortunately I gotta use my left hand for it. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the pieces in there, right? Gotta get the top ones in there. We'll probably just do this. I just had to use the ones that we're using in this. I can't get the nail gun to fit at the right angle in there, so I'm gonna have to do one myself. Yeah.
Probably this one right here, actually.
Let's see, these are looking good, guys.
Josh,
What's up?
10 and an 8, please.
Are you doing this one up here now, Josh? This one up here?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I thought he had it done. My bad, Nels. I would have called you in.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, they hang theirs a little bit too
Yeah,
high.
they know they got to fix them.
Is that sitting a ½ inch below?
Yeah.
We didn't hang these lights in showers.
I understand. Okay. Is
Gotta
that
fix
sitting
them
a
so
½
though.
inch below? So you're gonna have to take that out and move it down if it's not.
Well, blocking is a little simple, but it's also a little complex. You gotta make sure that the block is in the right area, otherwise when you put the cabinets in, everything goes to crap. So it's a simple thing that we did today. Took little to no time at all, but at the same time we had to make sure that we did it right. Otherwise, like I said before, when we get the project done, we get relieved that the project's almost complete, then we put in the cabinets, then we realize, ah shoot, we gotta tear out the drywall and fix the blocking in order to get it in there. So you gotta make sure that you do it right. It'll pay off in the future once we put everything together.